3 reasons for concern. Left tackle is far from solved. I'm not as down on Jedrick Wills as some people. I think he needs to play better. I think he will play better. 2, health across the board. Yeah, that one has to be a concern after last year. And number 1, Deshaun Watson is still a major question mark. We've talked about Watson a lot. If Deshaun Watson plays 14, 15, 16, 17 games, I think it's going to be a really good year for the Browns.
Yeah, I mean, I've said before, I don't think you forget how to play football as much. Obviously, Chris Sims has forgotten more about football than I have, so he's probably right about that to an extent. But it's just a matter of again of him being out there consistently and performing. And you talked about the quarterback win-loss record. He had 5-1. One of those games, obviously, he played that one quarter in Indianapolis. And when you look at the games he's played, the Pittsburgh game, I think in week 2 is easily the worst. The one game you could definitely say he lost for the Browns. And even at that point, they still had a chance to win that game with the drive in the final minute of that. But then you miss those couple passes in that final drive, and then Pittsburgh is able to win that game. So I just think he gets out the consistency, plays 4, 5, 6, again, just 6, 7 games in a row. I think that's when you start to see him really blossom. Again, we saw that against the Titans. We saw that against the Cardinals. The second half against the Ravens. It's still there. It just comes down to him being out there consistently and for things to slow down, and which will happen the more he's exposed to it, the more he sees out there, and the more he's able to stay on the football field.
Yeah, and left tackle, I get the concern there. Jedrick Wills has to play a little bit better, and it's
Yeah,
in
and
it's in there.
yeah, I mean, right before I've said it before, right before his injury, I thought he was playing some of the best football of his entire career. Obviously, it seemed like the start of the season he had the struggles he had. It was kind of a wake. It seemed to me from this outside perspective that maybe it was a bit of a wake up call. And from then, he played a lot better. And I think obviously this is a contract year for him. If he plays well this year, he's gonna get paid whether it's in Cleveland or somewhere else. So obviously, there's gonna be a lot of pressure on him to succeed. And maybe we'll see how he responds to Andy Dickerson. Obviously, Bill Callahan, one of the best offensive line coaches. Sometimes as good as a coach is, sometimes you need that new voice just to bring something different out of you. We'll see what Andy Dickerson does. Again, I talked about how he helped with Charles Cross and Abraham Lucas, the 2 young tackles in Seattle. We'll see if he can do the same thing for Jed Wills and how he recovers from his knee injury and if he could continue what he did the end prior to his injury. Because like I said, it was pretty good before he was lost for the season.